And then for my third and final slide in this Death by PowerPoint introduction to Direct Access, I want to talk very quickly about certificates. And the good news is that if you should choose to use a publicly trusted or even a self-signed certificate, that is in fact one of the best ways to do direct access. Go spend the 20 or 25 bucks to go get yourself a publicly trusted certificate, because that certificate, that server certificate installed to the direct access server itself, has to be installed to the server, number one, has to resolve to the server's external address, number two. And number three, the clients using that certificate have to be able to access an online certificate revocation list distribution point. Now, if you're unfamiliar with CRILs and CDPs, we'll talk about them in great detail when you get to the 7412 learning path that I put together here for Pluralsight. A CRIL distribution point is literally a list of the revoked certificates for an internal or external PKI. Now, a publicly trusted certificate has an entire service. That's actually one of the things you get when you buy that publicly trusted certificate. An entire service that handles listing which certificates are and are not valid. So when you buy that certificate, the clients, number one, automatically trust the certificate because it is publicly trusted. And number two, automatically have access to the appropriate CRIL distribution point. Now, you don't have to do the publicly trusted certificate. You can create your own if you have your own internal PKI. But if you should go down the path of using your own internal PKI, this kind of complicates the deployment because you will need to publish your CDP, to publish your CRIL distribution point to a location that is accessible by your external clients. So what this means is that your internal ADCS server would need to publish that CRIL to some location out on your extranet. And that can be fairly complex when you think about just the security things you'd have to lay into place in order to accomplish that. So long and short here, when it comes to certificates, particularly for this simplified deployment scenario, go buy a publicly trusted certificate and it will greatly simplify everything associated with certificates and setting up direct access.